Hosan.
Hello to the world. So you might be wondering why I'm sitting inside. It's actually like 7 degrees below zero right now. So I can't really ride my motorcycle, so I thought I'd make this anyway because I want to get this video out. I got a pretty special video planned today. JBH Motovlogs recently interviewed me during the summer, and you can check out my funny answers to that video right here. And I'm gonna leave a link in the description. But today it was my turn to interview him. So I will let him introduce himself, and without further ado, JBH Motovlogs.
Yo guys, it's JBH here. I'm 28 years old, a vlogger out of Belgium, Antwerp to be precise. My favorite color is blue, and I love pizza, so that somewhat summarized my entire personality. I have a son, he's 2.5 years old, and I have a girlfriend. We've been together for almost 9 years now, I think. I don't know. I forgot. A long while.
Blue and pizza? That's the best description ever. Do you write that on your curriculum when you're applying for a job? So my first question to you is, when you hear Sweden, what is the 3 first things you think about?
Now if I were to sit on a bench somewhere, minding my own business, and if someone would come by and flap the Swedish flag into my face, the first thing that would come up in my head would probably be Zlatan Ibrahimovic. That guy, that's not just a normal guy. That dude has become a legend. He's always been one of my favorite players to watch, but not just because of the way he plays or how talented he is, but just his personality, how he behaves on the pitch, how he just thinks he's so superior to everyone else, except Messi. The second thing that I relate to Sweden is, of course, a gigantic, evil corporation who are taking over the world by storm, who go by the name of IKEA. And actually, if you really think about it, the concept behind IKEA, it's just mind-blowing. Bear with me for a second. Imagine you're going to IKEA, the CEO of IKEA is standing at the door, he's ushering you in. Oh, welcome. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Customer. Come into my gigantic store where you're going to get lost within the first 12 seconds. You know what's going to happen? You're going to walk around in this huge maze of a store. You're going to buy a load of stuff that you don't even need. You're going to pay me a huge amount of money. You're going to take your shit home. You're going to assemble it by yourself, because we're not going to help you. We did our part. I took your money. That's the end of my part. I've done my job. So you take your shit away, assemble it by yourself. While assembling it with your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, you're going to get into a huge argument. It's going to get completely out of hand. It's going to be a huge fight. You're going to get divorced. You're going to have to sell the house. Everything that you just bought your wife is going to take it all away, so you're going to be left with nothing, which is going to force you to go back to IKEA to buy some more useless shit you're going to have to assemble yourself to fill up your 1-bedroom apartment where you're going to wither away and die. Now, I realize this may have gotten a little bit out of hand, so I apologize to any IKEA affiliates who may be watching this video. It was just for fun. And the last thing that I immediately... look at this. The last thing that I immediately link to Sweden whenever I see yellow and blue is, of course, the YouTube king, PewDiePie. I've been a fan of PewDiePie for, well, pretty much since he started, like 3-4 years ago. I was a fan of PewDiePie before it was cool to be a fan of PewDiePie. So that guy has made it a huge rise from the bottom pits of YouTube to the absolute summit. So he absolutely deserves all the success he's been having in the past couple years.
Yeah, Zlatan can be a bit of a douchebag sometimes, but he's still better than Messi. So my second question for you is, if you could work anywhere with whatever you would like, what would you choose and where?
That's a hard question because there's so many possibilities. I mean, I can pretty much do any kind of job anywhere on the world. Actually, to be completely honest with you guys, to be a professional YouTuber in any kind of way, whether it be moto vlogs or with video games or just live vlogs or whatever you can think of, anything YouTube related, I would love to do that as a job. The positive side of being a professional YouTuber or vlogger or whatever is that you aren't confined to a single area or to a building or to a region even. You can travel all over the world and record anything you like and do whatever you want with it. So being a professional YouTuber actually makes the entire planet your work area, because there's no restrictions. So that would be my dream job. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, living off of YouTube would be a really good thing. But I mean, you could hope. You never know. So my third question for you is, if you were a Swedish woman for one day, what would be the first thing you would do? And please keep the answer PG-13 rated.
Well, that's a very, very, very specific question. You're not asking me if I were just any woman, you're asking me if I were specifically a Swedish woman. Now, for me to be able to answer that correctly, I would have to get some research done, I guess, into what makes Swedish women different to other women on the planet. So let's have a look. I'm gonna go out and buy a couple dildos and vibrators, whatever you want to call them, lock myself in a room and just have a day full of experiments.
Well, that answer wasn't quite PG-13, but you could do experiments with self-defense with dildos, I think. So my last question for you is, what is the plan with your channel? Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
To be honest, I don't really have an exact picture of where I want to be in the future. Motovlogging related, I mean. Of course, I would like my channel to grow exponentially if possible. I'm definitely not into this to make money. That has definitely never been a factor. But if I ever get to the point where this might make me a couple bucks a month to I don't know, to some gas money, I mean, that would be more than enough already for me. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, I'm doing this as purely as a hobby, purely for my own enjoyment, pretty much. So in short, just, I don't know, have a couple more subs and to still be enjoying what I'm doing. That's the main thing. I hope I never get bored with this, because you see that happen a lot to a lot of vloggers who just quit after a while or just lose interest.
That's a very interesting view on it, and I think you can really be one of the big ones. So do you have any last thoughts before we end this?
Very quickly, I would like to give a huge shout out to the Typical Swedish Biker for wanting to do this with me. And thank you, man. I know this takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to make these interviews work. So from the bottom of my heart, I hope we get to do something together maybe in the future. And as you said, we are definitely going to meet up sometime, somewhere. I wish you all the luck in the world with your YouTube channel. You're definitely going in the right direction. And to everyone who has watched our interview, thanks a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, this has been JBH, signing out with a beautiful semi-sunset, not really sunset, but whatever. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for the kind words, and I feel the same. I'm really happy that you chose me to be interviewed, and I hope our audience enjoyed the interview. So don't forget to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to my channel, and head over to JBH here and have a look on his channel. He has a lot of great content, and let's get him to 200 subscribers, guys. And I'll see you next time. Hej då!
Puss.